There's certainly a moist one out there today, campers. Deep in the Galloway Forest bush. Good morning, campers. Welcome back to the Daily Meat. You are joining me from a very moist Clatteringshaws Loch, deep in the Galloway Forest Park. Look at that, beautiful. Nice bit of mist over the hills there. That was a nice park up. Very quiet, very quiet. I got awoken in the night by rain on the roof. Bit of a shock to the system, that. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually see proper rain. It's been a few months. Been a long dry summer down south, but up in bonny Scotland, look at that. Beautiful. So it is Tuesday, the 4th of August 2026, and we successfully stealth camped in Scotland. Bruno's just drinking some fresh Scottish rainwater there. I was just messaging Mrs. Meat. She said it's 28 degrees down south. It's like, oh, lovely. But no, it's a nice break from the heat. Yep, bit of moisture on my face. Very nice. Well, we got back in the meat wagon in the nick of time there. Look at that. Heavy rain now. I think it's supposed to be like this most of today. Highs of 19 degrees Celsius. So it's currently 5 to 9. I've been up for about an hour and been editing yesterday's video. Not fully done yet, still got quite a bit to do. What I may do now is have a quick coffee, have some bibbits, and then a little bit later on we got some bacon, some mini bacon rolls. Oh yeah. Our campus, we've still got persistent Scottish rain. Very moist out there. Bruno's just had his breakfast. He's a happy puppy. Just cooking up some bread rolls in the air fryer. And I'm about to have a morning brew. Oh yeah. My back doors are getting a little steamy on the old windows. I think I've got a bit of a plan today. Obviously we've got a rain day. I need to stock up on some food and juice. Maybe need to get some liquid gold. Bruno will need a walk. So I think I'm going to head to Newton Stewart, which is just a little bit south from here, and then cut across west to the Ayrshire coast and do a little bit of coastal driving today. I noticed the Avery power station is down to 41%, so we could do with getting a bit of charge into that today. Yeah, the Vietman power station's on 52%, so that should be fine. Yeah, just cooking up the bread rolls now. So I've already uploaded yesterday's video, and with the phone signal around here, that should be uploaded in no time. Just need to have a spot of breakfast, drink my coffee, and have a cheeky little bibbit. Well, there was actually 3 slices of bacon in that meat pack left, so 5 overall. There weren't 4. Could have had a cheeky slice with my meat fest last night. Oh well, more the merrier. Look at that, campers. That's some hardcore bacon flappage hanging out the side of them babs there. Beautiful work. Bit of brown sauce inside. You see a little bit, look, just a bit there. Oozing out. Look at that. That, campers, is breakfast. Fit for a champion. Oh yeah. Let's spin it a little more. Just look at that. Nice babs. Oh, Bruno's arisen. No, he's still there. I suppose technically it's brunch, but you know, we're in no rush. We're on a nice little camping adventure in Scotland. Let's try a bit of that bacon. More. That's a nice bit of bacon. It's not smoked, but it's got enough sweetness in there. Look at the way the fat's rendered there. Yeah, it's got enough sweetness in there that it tastes really nice. Anyway, let's have a little chow down. Look at the meat content in that bap, campers. Very nice bacon. Cheers. Meat Wagon fired up. Good job we bought minty fresh new wipers. We're about to head to Newton Stewart. There's an Audi there, about a 25-minute drive. Right, so to brave the rain again, turn my DC charger on. So yeah, I should be charging up my power station. I did just see a motorhome drive past heading towards the main road, so I don't know where that camped last night. That was a fine spot. Our first ever camp in Scotland. I think that was top draw, back of the net, Parley. Right, let's have a little drive around. I actually want to see if I can see anybody camping over that side where I see them lights last night. I also see torches in the bush. So I don't know if it's some sort of dogging meet up. But it was close. It was close to home. Let's check my rear. Oh, look at that, rear wipers. They're working. Not much coverage on that window, but we'll have to give the wipers a little push, because we're going to need them today. Yeah, my idea of not getting diesel when we was in Carlisle probably turned out to be a bad one. Everywhere I go now, it seems to be going up and up in price. I was looking in the direction we're heading and it's in the 180s round there. Oh, my bad. Ah, there's a couple of tents just on the left side there. I see them now. Oh, and there's a camper van there as well. Okay, so it won't, yeah, we're safe. It's okay. Nice place to do a bit of wild camping in a tent, although they're going to be quite moist today. Right, let's get some miles down, head to Newton Stewart, back into civilization. You can see a steady flow of water gushing through the base of the dam there. Well, this ain't good. Oh, actually, let's try and get in there. It's just driving along and the engine cut out. Oh, great. Here we go again. Let's get up against the bush. Well, the code this time round is 18047. Something to do with the ECU accelerator pedal again. God damn, I think the ECU's got wet. And I've put the belly pan on as well. Well, I was having a sneaky little peek behind the diesel timing belt cover and I could see teeth. Yep, that new belt is snapped. That's just dandy. So there must be something else going on along down there. We've got the new tensioner on, we've got the new idler pulley. Well, that's going to be a pain in the backside. I got another belt, I bought another one. And just for such eventualities. Yep. Unfortunately, I haven't got the tools to do it. Because I need to spin the big pulley down the bottom round to line up the top dead centre, and I'm pretty sure it's a 25mm, and I haven't got one. Man, that's a ball ache. Then I'm gonna have to call the RAC again, see if they can install it. There's got to be something else going on under there that's causing them to strip and or snap. Did sound a bit rough just a minute before. I lost a bit of power. Must have been the belt scratching, but no idea. That's a brand new belt. Yep. Doesn't look like the teeth have been stripped though. Right, better call the RAC. Plus no, don't look like it's leaking oil under there. Well, estimated time 4:10 to 7:10, and it's 12:38. Oh, this is good. Well, on the best daily breakdowning channel on the whole of YouTube, at least we got a warm caffeinated beverage. Cheers. Yeah, I don't know why that belt snapped again. No idea, but at least we can enjoy some beautiful waterfalls there. Look at that campus. But again, this is real van life. We don't sugarcoat things on the Daily Meat. When you're vlogging every day, you've got to be real. You've got to be real. Yeah, we've had 4 years of trouble-free motoring in a Meat Wagon. And that's the third time it's broken down on me in the last month or so. First time was just me driving through puddles and got something wet. Second time, yep, strip belt. This time, snap belt. So, yeah, not a lot we can do. I haven't got a lot in the way of food in the Meat Wagon. We got enough to survive. Got some soup in there. And, yep, still got a bit of water. Bruno don't look too impressed in there. Let's go for a nice walk. Just got to wait for the RAC. 4 to 7 hour wait. Could be sooner. But, you know, can't rush these things. Oh, son of a gun. Well, at least we had a good run. We done just under 500 miles on this road trip. We had we had a camp just north of the Yorkshire Dales, Teesdale, I believe. A couple of nights in the Lake District. We had a cheeky little night in Scotland there. And yeah, we've got to try and get the Meat Wagon up and running again. And I don't know what's going to go on with the rest of the road trip. Ah, you wee batch. So anyway, while we're waiting for the RAC, may as well do a bit of sightseeing. And this is the John MacDonald Memorial Stone. John MacDonald died here in 1878. I believe he was a traveller. Yep, that's not a good omen. But you never know, his last douche may have been from this very body of water. I actually wanted to go to a supermarket to drop off the Crosbys. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to have a little hike in the bush. Well, I started getting down and dirty, but that crank pulley there, I need a socket that goes over that 25mm bolt. I was hoping I could do it with a adjustable spanner, but nope. It's tucked in. Damn. Yeah, if I could have got top dead centre, could have done it myself. Don't think you can do it off that bolt there. Aye, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I just had a message from the RAC. They're on about recovery. I just want it fixed on the side of the road, but yeah, we'll see. I just had a phone call from the RAC, getting quite familiar with them now. Going to be on first name terms. And the original call out come back with recovery to home, and that's not what I'm after. I said, no, I want somebody to come and repair it, roadside recovery. I said, I've got the belt, just need somebody to fit it for me. So they've updated the system, and going to get a recovery driver contact me shortly, apparently. Anyway, just chilling out in the Meat Wagons. Bruno's making most of snoozy time there. Yep. I've had a change of clothes because I got wet trying to fix it myself, but I just gotta sit it out now and hopefully we can get the Meat Wagon up and running. Just had a phone call from Euro Route Recovery. They said they're going to be with me within 30 to 45 minutes. They asked what was wrong with the van, and I said about the belt. So they're like, okay, she just wants us to fit the belt. I was like, if possible, please. They said, no worries, see you soon here. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Right, recovery guy is on his way. The trouble is he finishes at 5 o'clock, so he says he'll have a go, but he hasn't got much time. So I said, I'll make a start getting this valve cover off, and then if we can at least get him to get the top dead centre right, I could have a go at getting the belt on myself. At least that'll get us out of trouble. So yeah, we're gonna try that. Right, there's the filler neck. We've got the valve cover off. So basically we need these two lobes on the camshaft facing up and away from each other, and then the timing mark on the flywheel is down there somewhere. So once we spun them round, get the timing mark lined up, and there's a couple of notches, one on this wheel, one on the diesel pump. You line them up, then you can put the belt on. So that's where we're at. Does look like it has been leaking a bit inside, but nothing on the belt really. So I think we can pretty much roll that out. I've cleaned up around the gaskets best we can, and I've got no sealant either. So yeah, just waiting for the recovery guy. Thing is, why would you send somebody out who's nearly finishing their shift? When I was on the phone to him, he was just saying, just get it recovered to a garage. I'm like, it's a pretty easy fix, to be fair. At least get that into top dead centre, and I'll have a go myself. Let's hope the rain holds off. We could be camping here for the night, but to be fair, we're all good. We got food actually. I've realised we've got something I could eat for dinner. We've got a bit of water left. We should be okay. Yep, deja vu again. He was, yeah. We'll talk about it later. Well, I've got the belt on, but yeah, timing issues definitely ain't right. So I think he's going to take me to Carlisle. The meat wagon is getting recovered as we speak. He wouldn't let me work on the van. He had to do it himself because, yep, policy and all that. He set the timing, put the belt back on, but I don't think he got the timing right, so it won't crank over. And as he's apparently pushed for time, he couldn't mess around with it any longer, but he's got the time to take me to Carlisle, which makes sense. So yeah, I think he's going to get me back to England, and then I don't know what's happening after there. Right, so a wee bit further down the road in the Hyundai Vico. Very nice. Could do a bit of camping in the back there. Anyway, he's taking me to Carlisle services. He's just adjusting the height of the back. The problem I've got is he's messed around with it. He couldn't get it started, and he said if I mess around with it and it breaks down again, I'm not covered for another 28 days for the same issue. So yep, I've got my hands tied. So yep, we're heading to Carlisle. Well, from one recovery truck to another. Well, we are being dropped off at Scotch Corner, waiting for the next recovery truck. No idea when it's going to be, so just letting Bruno have a quick little mooch about. Yep, nice sponge scarer. I could do with that for the Meat Wagon. We're going to go for a pee, Bruno. It's 12:30 in the morning. Got the meat wagon dropped off. Yep, that was a mission. Yep, bit of late night dogging. Oh yeah, best daily dogging channel on the whole of YouTube. Bruno, we're going this way. Well, campers, we are walking the big bad streets of downtown Long Sutton. 20 to 1 in the morning. Dropped the meat wagon off at my mechanic's yard. He's going to have a look at it tomorrow night. See what's going on, see why the belt snapped. Look at that. Long Sutton High Street in the early hours. Nice and quiet. Bruno's enjoying his late night walk. Yeah, so 293 miles from home. That's why we broke down deep in the Galloway bush in Scotland. First recovery truck took me to Carlisle. Then we swapped over to another one. From Carlisle to Scotch Corner. As we pulled up, the other recovery truck arrived. And then from the Scotch Corner, I quickly went in the service station, got a cheeky little sandwich, bottle of water and a little snack. And then from Scotch Corner, all the way back to South Lincolnshire. Yeah, it's fun. And on the last leg of the journey back, I had to put Bruno in the van because the recovery driver said doggy's not allowed. So Bruno had a sleep on the passenger seat all the way back from Scotch Corner. So he's having a little walk now, get rid of some energy. We've had a 2.1 mile walk back to the homestead. So unfortunately for now, the road trip is over. So we're doing a bit of late night dogging on a daily meet. This is a first. It's nice though, it's nice. Bruno's getting lost again, completely the wrong way. So there's Cinderash Park, that's where we normally park the meat wagon for a spot of lunch. So unfortunately my bad luck streak in Scotland continues. At least this time we managed to get a night's camp there. And it didn't cost us any diesel to get back, so there is that. Yep, so as we continue our walk back to the homestead, I'm going to end this portion of the daily meet here. And then once again, hopefully tomorrow, we can find out what is wrong with the meat wagon. What a palaver. Anyway, it's been a long day. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next portion of the daily meet. Stay meaty.